Guys, when I was building my first app, I was getting like 320 users. So from a point of view, you could say that I was on the right path because I was getting users, I was building the app, and I was trying to improve every single day. But the app failed because of the reason that I'm gonna explain you in this video. This is something very valuable because it's something that not a lot of people take this into account and could help you. Could help you a lot and could literally save you months. I would recommend you to stay until the end of this video because I'm gonna give you a process that you can use to improve as much as possible your application and to build a product aligned with your audience, okay, aligned with the users. And that's one of the most important things you need in order to build a successful app. If it's the first time that you are watching my videos, my name is Justo. I'm in a process of creating 12 apps, and I recently launched the fourth app on my own, and at the same time I'm building apps for clients. I went from a system that made me waste 9 months building an app to a system that I use nowadays that let me create apps in almost less than 3 weeks. Look, most apps don't fail loudly. They don't crash, they don't explode, they don't get killed by competitors. They fade, they slow usage, they add more features, they put more effort, but they have less clarity. And founders usually explain it like this, okay? We need more users, marketing didn't work, the market wasn't ready. But that's really the real reason. Apps fail because they stop learning. They stop learning from the users they have in the app. Often, without even realizing it. The real system behind successful applications is obviously launch, measure, learn, and people or continue doing what you are doing. The problem isn't the framework, the problem is execution, okay? In real life, most teams do this instead, okay? They build, launch, look at numbers, guess, and they build more. The system breaks at the learn point, not because founders don't care, but because they don't have a mechanism that produces truth, okay? What apps actually break, the failure points are, first of all, launch without exposure, okay? Many launches are safe, but they don't expose the founder to confusion, rejection, friction. So if you don't go through all of that, you are not really learning from the users. Because a launch, let's say for private users, literally creates discomfort because it forces contact with reality. It forces you to talk with the users. The second point is measuring without context, okay? Metrics feel productive. They are clean, they are structured, they look objective, but metrics don't explain behavior, are only a percentage, okay? Low retention doesn't tell you why, churn doesn't tell you what decision was wrong, and clicks don't tell you explicitly what confused the user. Metrics confirm outcomes. They don't teach causes. If you rely on dashboards and you don't have conversations with the users, it's very difficult to build a successful product. The reason why is that your system gives them no reason to care, okay? That is the hard truth. And this is the exact thing that made my app fail, okay? I didn't have a good system to get real feedback from users. And not only to get real feedback, but also motivate them to provide real feedback. So some of the reasons why users don't give you feedback are, first of all, no incentive, no relationship, no perceived impact, and too much friction, okay? If giving feedback feels optional, abstract, or slow, it won't happen. And when it does happen, it's usually polite, vague, and useless, okay? They don't want to put what they really think, okay, on the feedback. So you need proximity with the users. Early stage apps don't need a scale, they need closeness. You don't need thousands of users, but 10 real users that provide you feedback. Users that actually use the product, feel the pain, are willing to talk and care if it improves. And at first, you need to keep it simple. Something as simple as having a WhatsApp group, I don't know, a Telegram channel, a Discord group, whatever you want, but to have continuous conversations with the users. By the way, I will continue talking about this in a minute, but first of all, I want to ask you that if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, you can subscribe and hit the like button, because in that way we can keep reaching new people, and it only takes a couple of seconds. On top of that, if you want me to help you one-on-one building an app, I will leave you a link so you can schedule a one-on-one call on the comments section. Look, when you're close to users, you hear how they describe the problem, you see where they hesitate, you notice what they avoid, you catch misunderstandings early, and you stop guessing. Okay, that's the most important thing. But the missing piece, so they provide you feedback, is motivation. Here's what most founders miss. Okay, feedback quality is directly tied to user commitment. If users don't have skin in the game, they won't invest mental energy in providing you feedback. So what actually motivates feedback is, first of all, payment. Okay, even small, not for revenue, for commitment. Because let's be honest, I mean, free users behave like observers. Paying users behave like participants. They really think they belong to the app. So provide early access, small groups, and clear boundaries. You need to show them that their feedback is really changing the product, is really improving the app. They need to feel part of it, because that's literally the thing that is differentiating, yourself from the competition, because you have a closer relationship with the user. Bigger companies that make, I don't know, millions of dollars every single month, they don't care about the users. About the users specifically. They care about the numbers. So you can use that to your favor. The common mistake is scaling before understanding. Many founders try to fix learning problems with growth, more users, more traffic, more acquisition. That only amplifies confusion if you don't have clarity yet. Scaling before understanding doesn't create clarity. It hides problem behind value. So a simple system that you can use in order to solve what we have been discussing. First of all, launch something usable. Not complete, not perfect, just something usable. Choose users carefully. You can scale later. You can get 1,000 users if you want. But at the beginning, try to get real feedback. Force direct communication, add a small payment or commitment, observe and talk, decide quickly. And what most applications get completely wrong is that they think that they failed because of the idea, but they fail because they learned too slowly, they listened too late, they avoided uncomfortable conversations, and they overbuilt before understanding. And that's not a technical problem, it's a decision problem. So the final question for you is, if you're building an app right now, ask yourself, do you have a real system to learn, or I'm just building and hoping? Throwing spaghettis at the wall, hoping something sticks. I really hope this video helped you, because this literally would have saved me months of completely useless features when I was starting out. Once again, if you want me to help you one-on-one to build an app, you can book a meeting on the comments section. You can subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.